mention his size, 7 foot tall, 320 pounds. We mentioned his 2-sport pedigree, 10 years in professional wrestling, trained under Phil LaFawn, mixed martial artist, defeated Dan the Beast Severn, and as you mentioned, knocked him out.
Knocked out Dan Severn. No, when I saw him coming down the ring, I was about to quote Rocky Balboa, why are they carrying him? But that man is walking. That is how big he is.
And Dan the Beast Severn, a 2-sport athlete himself, NWA champion, UFC Hall of Famer, and Giant Orion, back then known as the Vanilla Gorilla, put him to sleep. And I'm sure that had an effect on why you had him here.
Exactly. Well, last time we seen this man, he put Dick Durning to a table. Was the last time we seen him, was the last month. So let's see what he's up to this time. And that match was amazing.
Giant Orion was a hired gun by Wesley Pipes. You see him getting in the face of R.J. Hooper, which is appropriate given what Pipes did to Hooper.
Knowing Hooper the way I do, he probably asked
and
for it.
And his opponent, weighing in at 210 pounds, from Sussex, New Brunswick. Ladies and gentlemen, he is your working class hero, Mark Thomas!
Well, speaking of men Kotsab doesn't like, we have the working class hero, Mark Thomas, sporting a black hat tonight as a tribute to his late friend, his friend's late father, Rick Nice. And he told me, Gary, he is dedicating tonight's match to Rick Nice.
Well, he's got a tall task ahead of him, literally.
And Kotsab, Mark Thomas isn't a small man, 6 foot, 205 pounds. Giant Orion, a foot taller and 120 pounds heavier.
Unfortunately for Mark Thomas, it's gonna look like when I wrestle my 5-year-old when he's in the ring with Giant Orion.
9 times out of 10, I would agree with you that would be the case. But if there's one person I never count out, it's Mark Thomas.
Oh, he's looking in amazing shape. This is the best shape we've seen him in since he's returned.
Mark Thomas, we talked about before. Like, I don't like him. The guy's got so much heart, though. It's like he doesn't even know when he's hurt. He doesn't know when to stay down.
You'll probably call it stupidity. I'll call it bravery. But one thing we both can agree on, this guy has grit.
Well, both things can be true. He can be brave and stupid.
You might have to be brave and stupid to get in the ring with Giant Orion.
I think you would have to be. This guy is scary.
There you go. You see him point to the heavens for his late friend Rick Nice.
I don't know Mr. Nice, but of course, our thoughts and prayers with Rick Nice and his family. Even I can agree to that. I gotta wonder, though, probably not the best match to dedicate to a fallen friend when you're in the ring with Giant Orion.
Sometimes you need that extra motivation, and you see him looking up to him, and you can tell Thomas is motivated.
He is fired up tonight. He's going to need everything.
And the chance of working class. St. John, a blue-collar town, and I can't think of anyone who represents it better than Mark Thomas.
Yeah, and what I'm wondering, too, we've seen that super kick by Mark Thomas, the 9-to-5 super kick. Can he even get it up that high?
We're going to find out here. That's an excellent question. We're going to find out momentarily.
1, 2, 3.
He may have to climb to the top rope to hit it.
And look at those knees driven into the left arm of Thomas. Such a big man getting that elevation. I don't know if you've ever faced a man this size, Coach Sab, but you face some big men. What's it like when a big man is just putting all his weight on you like this?
It hurts. I don't know how else to say it. It hurts. It's you start to doubt yourself as a competitor. You might believe in your own skills and your own talents, but at the same time, physics and biology come into play, and you wonder, physically, can I do this?
The physics and biology are showing their ugly head right now as Giant Orion lurches over Mark Thomas and has control.
Just such a big man to be in there with. Like, everybody looks small beside this man.
Thomas trying to use a little bit of that technical wrestling pedigree, but as Mike Tyson once said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face, and that's exactly what Giant Orion just did to Mark Thomas.
And look, Mark Thomas feeling, you can see it in his face, trying to shake it off.
Checking his nose, shaking the cobwebs, but he's back on his feet.
He is. He's like Kotsab says. He's not smart enough to know when he's hurt.
Waist control for the big man, perhaps thinking O'Connor roll, but Orion hangs on, full head of steam from Thomas, and drives that big head of Orion into his knee. Almost takes the big man off his feet with that shoulder block, but Orion still standing, full head of steam, and Orion again still standing.
We remember last month when Orion faced off with Dick Durning. We were like 3/4 of the way through the match before Orion got bumped off his feet.
Gary, he just took 2 lariats and is still standing.
He's staggering the big man, but he's not knocking him down.
Even the trilogy doesn't do it. Will it take 4? Oh, no. For a crossbody, I think, and driven into the corner. 320 pounds.
Look at lifting him off the mat with those shoulder blocks.
Mark Thomas is tasting his lunch after that one in a knife-edge chop. Perched the working class hero, now he's perched in this top rope. Oh, able to parry and answer with the right hand.
It takes Mark Thomas to be sitting on the top rope to be eye-to-eye with Giant Orion.
That axe handle smash, though, staggers the Giants.
Can he get him down with this one?
He's still on his feet!
Sends him to the outside, but as my colleagues pointed out, this man's still standing. Here we go.
Orion can reach Thomas, who's on the top rope, while Orion's on, and he's still up.
An axe handle smash from the inside to the outside. And I don't know what Giant Orion is made out of, but he is still on his feet.
I don't know what Mark Thomas is going to have to do to take this guy down.
Oh,
that wasn't it.
Whatever it is, it's not that.
That was not it.
And nothing stops momentum like a hard object like that and a ring post. I don't care who you are. As we said before, a ring post is a ring post. And Mark Thomas just got launched into it.
Afa and Sika's head wouldn't withstand a shot like that.
Thomas rolled back into the ring. And look at the way Orion scales the ropes like it's nothing.
Steps over it.
Oh!
Reminds me of Kevin Nash the way he enters the ring.
Speaking of Kevin Nash, those huge boots just stomping on Thomas. These knees driving into the arm. Just a systematic breakdown of the working class hero here.
Look, this.
Orion is so big, he had difficulty doing that arm wrench.
Yeah.
He had to lift Mark Thomas's arm over his own head.
He had to pull him into that shoulder block.
That was good, yeah, good call.
Oh, this is uncommon of Orion, going from the middle rope here.
Wow.
Pardon me.
Are you serious right now?
Gonna go a little old school.
Oh, wow.
And that move was popularized by someone known as the Dead Man, and I think Mark Thomas might be a dead man.
All right. Look, Giant Orion went for a little old school. I think its head skimmed the roof of the Irving Oil Fieldhouse.
We mentioned that mixed martial arts background. You see him using those open palm strikes, pancrase style, a la Boss Rutan and Minoru Suzuki, who we mentioned earlier. And this is starting to really wear down on the working class hero. He's almost convulsing just to get life into him.
If this keeps up, the working class hero may have to call in sick on Monday.
What about Boss Rutan? He might need a punch to the lever after that.
Wow.
Just to survive.
I don't know about a punch to the lever, but a big boot to the mush sends the working class hero to the canvas. And listen, I don't want to tell Matt Pettifer how to do his job, but I would be thinking about stepping in here.
Mark Thomas might think about asking him to step in if he keeps this beaten.
I don't like Mark Thomas. There's no way he's asking the ref to stop this.
That's an excellent point. And timber goes Mark Thomas. And it almost doesn't seem like if, it seems like when right now for Giant Orion.
Orion, this is 2 months in a row of the same MO. We saw him do this to Durning. Durning had virtually no offense in that match against Orion last month.
It's hard to generate offense. Every time you get a little bit of momentum, You have a 7-foot, 300-pound monster cutting you off.
Yeah, it didn't help Dick Durning last month when he almost had the win and Wesley Pipes threw a chair at him, literally.
And speak of the devil, Thomas seemed like he was getting life, needed the guts. And he loves to end matches with this razor's edge. Thomas, though, fights out of it.
Oh, he's
lucky.
I don't know if he's gonna lift Giant Orion now.
Oh, and a spine buster from Giant Orion.
Giant Orion saying that's how it's done.
I thought he was gonna put Thomas through the mat, maybe through the Irving Royal Fieldhouse floor, and just picking him up by the neck like a lifeless animal. And look at this. Is this a torture rack?
Torture rack.
Wow.
Oh, he's playing with him.
Oh, a torture rack into a neck breaker, and Orion just in him already. This is
That is it for Mark Thomas.
What?
Again, like you said, he doesn't know when to stay down. Because
2.99.
And the straps are down. Orion is no longer playing with his food. He's going to end it. He's arguing with Pettifer, but I saw Thomas kick out.
it was close. It was 2.99, but he did
Look,
kick out.
Orion a little cheesed off at Matt Pettifer, but he needs to get back on him because we talked about Mark Thomas will not stay down.
He's cheesed off at Pettifer, he's cheesed off at Thomas, and he's cheesed off at the chance of working class. And the working class hero with a drop kick to the lumbar of Giant Orion.
He's still up though.
Oh, he had to jump just to reach his neck. And was that a jumping headbutt?
I think it was more of a shoulder tackle, but either way, he had to jump into it.
Going airborne, and again the axe.
One knee.
The axe handle smash brings Orion to one knee.
He's got the crowd behind him now. He's setting it up for the 9 to 5.
Someone cue up Dolly Parton, because I think he's going to be working 9 to 5. Can he connect? Oh, lands flush.
And
He's
still standing.
Trying to wind him down. And a second 9 to 5 drops the Giant for the first time in this match. Is this it? No!
Wow.
How often do you see someone kick out of a 9 to 5, let alone 2?
Hey, it's almost like you'd have to be a giant to be able to do it.
What more does Thomas have to do?
The first 9 to 5 didn't even knock him down. What has Thomas got planned?
What is Thomas thinking?
Moonsault?
Oh! A moonsault for Mark Thomas. That's why they call it high risk.
High risk, high rewards, but hey,
And
when you miss, it hurts. And hey,
so does
Chico.
this. That's a way up. Razor's edge from the roof.
300 pounds, and that is it.
Hey, he might as well have dropped him from the roof of TD Station.
Wow.
He might as well have dropped him from the Rocky Mountains.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Listen.
your winner, the
Rest in peace to the late friend of Mark Thomas, Rick Nice. No shame there in dedicating that effort to his fallen friend. But sometimes you just run into a mountain of a man, and that's what happened tonight.
Hey, I'm sure, again, I didn't know the man, but I'm sure Rick Nice would be more than proud of the effort of Mark Thomas, but Giant Orion, how can you beat him? Like, I don't know what else to say.
How many times that match did we say or yell out, he's still standing? That is insane.
Unbelievable. It took 2 finishers, 2 9 to 5s for Mark Thomas just to drop him once in that matchup. Mark Thomas went for it all with that moonsault, but that's why these fans love him. He puts it all in the ring. He left it all in the ring. He knew he had to do something he normally doesn't do to put this away.
so frustrating.